Okay, so I have been gone for a while, and so much insight. I'm learning so much about myself. I realized that I was never really in the. I was in shutdown, and then went from shutdown to freeze, and I've pretty much been in freeze response this whole time, and I didn't really know that. And I'm just learning a lot about myself. Right now, I am trying to practice the philosophy of Stoicism, and also I'm really getting into Carl Jung, and so I'm really learning about them too. And every day I'll do Chat GPT and I'll have them like give me a lesson. And so far that has been working. So right now I am like I did shadow work, but it was very surface level. So now I'm doing a more deep dive into shadow work, which is very, very, it's brutal. And this new stage I'm in life where I am realizing that I'm the problem. I always knew I was the problem, but it's like, in order for me to grow, I have to like be present and sit in it. I am like dropping my protective shield. So I don't know, I just, whenever I'm around people or like, I don't know, I just get this protective mode, and it's like nothing penetrates, nothing embarrasses me, nothing makes me feel bad. Like I don't feel like vulnerable, I don't feel anything, like I shut it all down. And so I I'm so hungry. I was telling myself over and over again, I don't want to be strong, I don't want to be strong, I don't want to be strong. And like I don't want to be this strong protective person anymore. I don't want to care, not protect, I don't want to carry like being strong anymore. It's too heavy. And so I just kept telling myself, I don't want to be strong, I don't want to be strong. And then little by little, like at work, I just started like powering down. Like, so what I first started doing is like I'm like tense, like I'm prepared to like get in a fight to defend myself. Like I have like just fight energy stored in my muscles, and I'm just ready. And so I started like doing meditation, like a minute meditation. I would just like do a body scan and just like release everything. And I was always so tense. And then and then I was like doing like this stuff with my tongue is always on top of my mouth, my jaw is always like ready. And so I was like doing jaw like work and stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't want to be strong, I don't want to be strong. And it just like that, it like I started like powering down. So like when I'm in public, I don't have like this like fight, like stance. I'm like very like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like I'm starting to feel stuff now. So it's like I was around all Spanish ladies and I felt like out of place and insecure. And it was the first time I felt something. And I was just like, I feel out of place. And when I'm with black people, I feel kind of unsafe. And like, not all black people, the black people that I work with. And like, with my protective mode, I don't feel anything. I'm like, I'm the strong one. I'm always like like on guard, like, and now I'm starting to feel things. And it's like, I remember when I was younger and like I would get scared and then I would just like turn it off because I knew that like no one was coming to like alleviate my fears, like no one was coming to like, you know, anything. So any type of emotions that I just couldn't handle, I just like eventually like ignore it, and I just like stop feeling like as intense until I didn't feel anything. And so now I'm doing the opposite. I'm actively like, I was at the Ross. It was like it's a Spanish Ross, and I felt so out of place and uncomfortable. And like I could have like, you know, got my protective shield back on, and like I love my lashes, but I could have got my protective shield back on, and you know, really like you know, not felt anything and just walk around like, you know, but I was just like, I'd rather feel insecure than feel strong, like try be strong, you know, just like think of like wiring your body and just like, you know, showing everyone like, don't mess with me. Like, I don't want to do that anymore. And so like now I'm in my office and like everyone hates me, and I understand because I'm such a bitch, and like because I dropped that protective mode, I feel it. Like I feel everyone like talking about me, and I'm not over exaggerating. Like I walk in there, I don't talk to anyone. I have like my stank face. I dress nice. Everyone wears like, you know, just regular clothes. There's no one impressed, but I think that they think I'm like rich, and I don't talk to anyone, so they think I'm snobby, and I have like a big butt. And so some people are like, she thinks she's all that. And you know, I don't care. I didn't care because I had like this protective mode, but it's just like I'm starting to power down. And now I'm like, today, I feel like I walk past, I feel people like looking. I can hear people talking, like she thinks she's all that. And before I heard and I didn't care. But it's like, I care, like it bothers me. And it's like, right now, it's like, I'm like just dropping down my shield, and like I rather feel insecure and nervous than feel strong. I can't carry that anymore. And I am in freeze response still, and so like I can't change. My body just will not move towards anything. I don't have the energy for it right now. And so it's like I'm not gonna try to push myself for it. Before I was trying to push myself and then like getting mad because I'm like, what's wrong with me? But it's like I'm not gonna do that. Like I'm just gonna just keep being aware, forcing myself in these uncomfortable environments that I've created, and just force myself to stand there and be aware and feel the awkwardness, feel the nervousness. I was so scared walking into work. And I usually am. But it's like I don't feel it as much because I walk in like big and bad. Like I don't talk to anyone. I don't look at anyone. I just walk forward. I do go to my seat, and I don't have that today. So it's like I was scared, and I'm like I rather feel scared, and I want to feel this, and like I'm just taking all this insight because it's like once I'm ready to change, I'll have all this insight. Like I know that I am a very mean person. I'm so mean. I am so rude. I'll walk past you and not say hi because I don't want to say hi. I don't want to use energy to be, you know, 5 seconds to be polite. You know, I can't bother. You cannot. I'm so rude and I'm so mean, but I don't see the meanness yet because I'm still like powering down. So it's like I don't see how mean I am, which is crazy because I know I'm mean. I don't see it. But I'm starting to see how rude I am. Like I've always struggled with that since childhood. But it's like the more insight and the more I just force myself to feel and to understand, like once I'm ready to change, I don't know when it's gonna be, but like I'll be ready. And so it's so uncomfortable. There's this guy Keandre. I don't even like him, but I like the attention he gives me. Like he stares at my body, and I love the feeling of being stared at. So every day I'll wear tight stuff, short stuff, just so I'll see him look over from the corner of my eyes, and that's all I need. And then I'll see maybe he'll circle back and like walk back and see, and that's all I need. I'm like, you know? And he's got a girlfriend now. She's 18. She's really cute. And I never understood why people that like older don't like, I don't know, like, you're dating an 18-year-old until that, like, I'm 27. This is the first time I've ever like even been in this situation. I'm just like, she's a cute 18-year-old. She's Spanish. She's obsessed with Spanish girls. And like, they're dating, and she was like went into his car, so I'm like, they're probably having sex and stuff like that. And I was just like, for today he didn't pay me any mind, and I was just like so sad. Not because I like him, but it's because like in my head, if I'm not seen, I don't matter. So I always do stuff to like get attention, not like act out, but like wear tight clothes, like wear like anything, so just so people can look at me, just so I can be like, I matter. Because I wasn't seen or like mirrored or anything like as a kid. So this is like my workaround, which I have to work on it, but it's like, it's really a stronghold. And so yeah, he didn't pay me any mind. I was in the middle of my call, and at the very end of my call, I will walk out, and he'll be at this row, and he'll walk up to the row, and like pretend he's doing something to look at me, and that's like all the validation I need. And we've been doing that for like a week. And then today he didn't pay me any mind, and I'm like, oh, he was proud with his girlfriend. And I literally legit was hurt inside, because I'm like, oh, okay. Like inside my brain was like, I wasn't seen today, so I don't matter. And so I've got so much crap to work on. It's like, I don't even like him, but it's like he didn't see me today, and so my body, I didn't matter. So I was crying because I was like, I'm worthless because he didn't look at me, look at my body. And it's just like, I don't have self-worth to be like, I want someone that looks at me, looks at my face. No one ever looks at my face. I'm not like that attractive, but everyone always looks at my body. And it's like, it doesn't even faze me. Like, guys can look at your body and just see your body, like just see booty, and look away. They don't even look at the face, the personality, nothing. They just look at booty and then turn around. And like in my head, it's like they look at booty, but it's like they're looking at me, like my soul, my worth. I don't know, but I was legit crying. And I felt so old because she's 18. She's really cute. She's got a cute button nose. And I'm 27. And mean and rude. And no one there likes me. And everyone there talks crap about me. And I have this weird thing where I like look, but like I don't blink. I'm like this. And I just look with my mask on. So it looks like, and I wear a mask. I have such a big nose. I don't want to cover it, because then I don't want to be mask face, so I go like this, so you can still see like half of my face. But I don't even know what to say. Oh yeah, so I stare really bad. I don't blink, I don't smile, I just stare, and so people think I'm glaring at them. And so I think the lady in the front that I was glaring at her, so then, it started again, all this commotion, and I heard someone like say, they need to fire her, and I'm just like, you know what? My protective shell is not down. Like, I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't fire me, and I know that my time there is coming to an end. They're gonna fire me soon, and it makes me sad now. Like, I don't have my protective shell on. It's like every job I take my problems with me. I can't be nice. I'm so rude, and I'm just like, no one's gonna want me to work for them. I'm like, why? And it's like, I'm not wanted anywhere, and like, it doesn't, because I still have like some protective like shields up, so I don't feel all of it fully, but I'm starting to be aware of it. And so that's good, because awareness is the first it's first thing in change. And so I am sitting there and I'm making myself be aware, making myself see everything, feel everything as much as I can, and just taking in so much awareness, and just waiting for it to end. I know they're gonna fire me soon. Um, when I was there a year, they put up with me for a year. Most places wouldn't, so that's, and then, after they fire me, it's like, where am I gonna go? Because no one else is gonna want me to work from them. Who would? And so that, um, I am doing more advanced work into my shadow. So I'm into Carl Jung, and so I'm watching one of his videos of how the unconscious, the shadow, controls you. And like, I started doing more like advanced shadow working, and I cried. It's been 2 days. It's the first day. I laid in the dark and I felt my shame. I felt this darkness that people see. And like the whole day I was like crying, breakdowns. And then finally I'm just like, I'm not gonna belittle myself, just gonna sit in it. So I turned the lights off and just laid there with my eyes open and feeling my darkness, my shadow. And I felt uncared for, like all the times where I'm like walking in the middle of the night from work, at the gas station, walking 40 minutes in the ghetto, like how unsafe I was and all the stuff I did. I was so uncared for. Like my whole life I didn't have like a consistent caretaker. Like I was crying at like 6, asking someone to do my hair because I didn't want to get made fun of, because yeah, so it's like I was so uncared for, and I didn't know I carried so much grief for that, so I was crying for that. So one of my shadows like is grief. And then it's another thing is like my shame. And then I felt my perversion. I struggle with like perversion. As a Christian you call everything perversion, but it's just like, I remember when I was like 3 or 4, and I remember our next door neighbor was a prostitute, and I was watching her like get physical with this guy. And I remember as that little kid I felt turned on, and I started trying to replicate it with like friends. I'm little, they're little, and since that day, like I just struggled with it, like that. I was introduced to sex so early, and then I like struggle with sex and like fantasies and like sex thoughts and stuff like that. I struggle with perversion, so I felt that. I didn't connect it to my early encounters, like how it happened. Because I'm like, why am I like this? I'm a virgin. How am I like this? Like, and I didn't realize that, so I connected it to that. That's when I was like 3 or 4, was introduced to it. So I was crying because of that. So I felt my perversion, I felt my shame. I was crying because of my shame. I felt my unprocessed grief, which I have so much more. I felt cruelty. I didn't know this, but I am very cruel. I have the capacity for so much cruelty, like in my thoughts. I'm just like cruelty, and I'm like thinking of scenario, and I was like my whole body was getting amped, like just a cruel scenario. Like I'm beating the crap out of this person, and like I feel like the like more, like I feel that energy that just wants to be so cruel. And so it's like I cried because of that, because I didn't know I struggled with cruelty. And I don't know what the other one was. And meanness, I don't know. That's the tip of the iceberg. I still don't feel like mean. I don't know. I don't feel me being, I don't think in my body I don't feel me being mean. I know I'm mean, but it hasn't been brought to my awareness yet. And rude, I've been rude since childhood. Like I'm really rude. And so these are like little things, tip of the icebergs, that like is in my shadow, that controls me unconsciously, because this was all unconscious, it was all suppressed. And so now I'm bringing it to light, and now I got to figure out how you're supposed to integrate it or whatever they call it. But that was a lot. And then I realized that I've been running on scarcity like my whole life, and I didn't know that my scarcity feeling of just like no battery was because of sleep. Like my whole life I could not sleep more than 5 hours, and then I realized you have 5 hours of you're closing your eyes, but you probably have 4 hours of actual quality sleep. And so like my whole life I ran on that, and it's like just like a baby, like when they sleep for 3 hours and they're just like miserable all day, is like pretty much how I feel my whole life. And I didn't know that it's because of sleep. So last night I slept 3 hours and I was miserable. And so I'm trying to get a new sleep workout, a routine. And I can't think of, there's other stuff. There's other stuff. I can't even think right now. But I am I don't know. I don't have the energy to I don't have the energy to change. I really don't. But I'm still like in freeze mode. But I think that the best thing I can do is give myself awareness and stay in all these uncomfortable moments. And once I'm ready, then I'll be ready. But I'm not ready right now, unfortunately. There's like, you can't change if you don't know. Oh my gosh. Also, there's this guy I work with, his name's Jonah. And he's cute, but he gives me like alpha male, dominant, patriarchal, like that type of vibes. And I'm like, that's not something I... But he is so hot, and he dresses so nice. And also another thing is, I don't know why in my head I think nice body trumps cute face, and it doesn't. Because I have a big butt and a skinny waist. In my head, in my delusional head, I'm like, I'm prettier than this Puerto Rican girl. And this Puerto Rican girl is so cute. She's got the cutest button nose. She's sweet. Like, no guy wants to put up with a mean bitch that doesn't talk to anyone, that thinks she's better than people. Like, I literally, up until like 3 weeks ago, thought I was better than people. I healed that. I don't feel like that anymore, but I did. And so no one wants that. And so, yeah, in my head, I'm like, he's gonna want me. And they're dating. I'm just like, how insecure of a person and how low self-worth do you like go with a guy that you don't even like, that would never meet up to your standard? Like, he's got a baby mama, he's like a YN, like young boy type, he like smokes, he's just chaotic, like he's black, he's, you know, he's very hypersexual, he's very like, even when when he's dating, like he'll stare at me like he wants to like fuck me, and like I would never want someone like that for myself. But it's like, but I want him to look at me so I get attention. And it's like the bare minimum, just someone to look at your butt, not to say hi, not to ask you how you're doing, just to look at your butt. And that's what you want. It's just like, I have bad self-worth, and it's like I should feel so ashamed of like, that girl's dating, and obviously it's not gonna last. She's literally 18 or 19, but it's just like, that just messed up. I don't flirt with him. Like, he thinks I hate him, I don't talk to him, but I I literally need him for validation. Like, I literally don't talk to him at all. I don't text him, I don't flirt with him. I stalk him on Instagram or something like that, but I just use him for validation. I'll wear tight stuff just so he can look, just so he can, like, he'll literally circle, like, be creepy kind of, but it's like, I need that creepy. He didn't come up to me or talk or anything like that, but he's like obviously staring, like he does it like to be obvious, and like I need that crazy validation. And it's just like, I have low self-worth. Like, I down, like, low key, I don't think that, I have so much shame. Like, I feel like I'll never do anything great. I feel like my aura is just damned, and like I'll always live like nothing good will come my way. I'll always live a life of struggle. I think that see, I think I look beautiful in this mirror, but out there, like, so I only see state, like, and my face kind of changes dimension and states. So it's like, I am present, I am like in my space, I feel safe, so I feel like I look, you know, relaxed. But when I'm like around people and I'm in like my protective zone, like I am like I don't know, I like crazy. I think I have huge eyes. My sister said I have small eyes, but yeah, it's like, it's so sad. I have such like bad self-worth, and also like I don't even care that she's dating, and she's like has like the rose-colored glasses because she's, you know, young, and like, you know, he's her everything, and like I'm like, I don't care, I need validation. And it's just like, that's messed up to do to someone. But yeah, this guy's Jonah. I just need him for attention, for validation, and so I see him looking at my butt, so now I kind of walk a little bit close by and see if he can look. And then if he looks, I'm like, yes, I matter. Like, literally, I don't say that, but that's like what my body is like saying, I matter. Someone, you know, they look at my butt, I matter. And so I have like also like this delusional energy about me where I think, I know I'm not pretty, but it's like when I'm not looking at myself, I'll in my mind picture that I look like a different, or just look hot, and then I'll actually think I look hot. It's the weirdest thing, but, and so I have like, I carry this delusional energy where I'm just like, any guy that's like looking at me in my eyes, I'm like, oh, they might like me, you know, they might think I'm cute. Before, I thought every person that stared at me, I thought, I was like, oh, because I'm really pretty. But then I realized I have a very distinct scary face, and that people are staring because I have a scary face. And that was such a humbling thing, because yeah, before I thought everyone thought I was cute, and I was like so like big-headed because I thought people thought I was cute. But I was sleeping, and he is a site director, so he came and he said, hey, wake up. and he stared at me in my eyes, and like I got butterflies and was like, was he trying to flirt with me? Like legit. I mean, that's serious, and it's so crazy I'm saying this, but I was like, is he flirting with me? Like, does he think I'm cute? And then I'm just like, gave myself this false hope. And then eventually when I snapped out of it, I'm just like, he does not think a black girl, and he sees me like, he knows that no one likes me. He sees me like, he's like, sees me be rude and like, you know, don't talk to anyone. And I'm just like, he's white and he's cute and he's from Newport Richie. White guys don't really like black girls. And I'm just like, and I've seen his Instagram. I'll go on his story and then block him afterwards, so I won't be on his suggested. But I have to chat GPT if they can still see it. But yeah, I was just like, what if he likes me? Like what? And I started thinking of scenarios like, what if we like start dating and stuff like that. And then eventually once I was like, okay, this is dumb, and like getting myself out of this, like getting myself out of like the, what am I trying to say, like once I stopped being delusional, I got really sad because I gave myself false hope. And I'm like, what if, you know, what if this happens? Like this might happen. Like, and then I'm just like, eventually I'm like, this is dumb. And I actually was sad for like 30 minutes because I was like when people dash your hope, like you get super excited and then they're like, no, and then you get sad. Like I felt that sad, like that let down. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then I realized that deep down inside of me, I'm like, any guy that comes my way, I'm like, is this guy gonna save me? Because, you know, I live in survival mode. I'm paycheck to paycheck, month to month, like unstable. I just cannot get it together. I'm the only one in my family. I don't know. I just can't do it. And like any guy that comes my way, I'm like, oh, is this it? Is this the one that's gonna save me? And yeah, it's sad, but I am in freeze response. I don't have the energy to change right now. I've tried, don't have it. I just get mad at myself, and so I'm just like, I'll just stay here, give myself awareness, be so present, and see, like, understand what's going on in my body and my life. And when I'm ready, then it's gonna happen. And so it's hard, really hard, but I have no choice but to go forwards because I have no one else. No one, you know, I burned every bridge I ever had just because I don't want to, you know, do 5 minutes of being nice or just giving energy just to be pleasant, just to be, hi, how are you doing? You know, I just walk right past you. I just don't want to do it. And so I burned every bridge and I have no one, and no job is going to take someone like me, especially with like my crazy face. And so it's just like, I have to understand that I did this to myself, and I still in my body don't fully understand that. Like I have like protective barriers. And this is why I could never change my whole life, because I was so protective, like way more than I am now. Like nothing penetrated. Like why, like I could be, you know, getting swats every day for doing something, and in my mind it's not my fault. And like now I'm starting to see, you know, little by little that this is my doing. And so that's the only way I can do right now. Just setting my uncomfortableness. Like I literally every day, I might call out work tomorrow. It was so bad yesterday or today. Like it was so uncomfortable. Like I hear people talking about me. Everyone's looking. Like it's like 80 people in the office and we're all in the same spot. Everyone knows each other. And they all know that I'm a bitch and I'm rude, and they all think I'm mean, and they all want me to get fired. Like they're all friends, and it's just like I like was in my protective mode, so I didn't care. And it's just like now I'm like, oh my gosh, like how the heck can I like do this for even another week? I'm like, should I quit even though I have no job and you know I don't, you know, whatever. But I'm just gonna wait till they fire me, and until then just get as much awareness as I can. So there's so much more that I need to do this more often, because you know, in my mind, if it's not seen, it doesn't matter. So that's like, I'm just like, I tell myself that one day people are going to come across this and see all this. And that's why my healing journey matters, because it's going to be seen eventually. But maybe it will. I don't know. I know deep down, like since I was 12, 13, that I meant for something big. Like I just know it, like David, King Solomon, big. I just know it. And I know that there's just no way that our mom and got lucky and crossed the border, and then we got lucky and then got sent to Hope. And then I got lucky and was in like shutdown mode for 6 years. So I didn't smoke, I didn't have sex, like, and then I get lucky driving without license for 6 months and not having enough money to get like insurance, which I am this month, but it's just like no accidents. And I have guardian angels. Like I'm working at this place with Black people, Section 8 Black people, not Black people you see like walking around, like mean Black people. No, that's not true. I take that back. There's a lot of nice people there, but there's some people that like are so ghetto and they do not like me. And I'm like, the only reason I didn't get in a fight, no one beat me up, is because of my guardian angel. Like I know that I am, and it's like every time I get a job where I'm like someone, that guy gets moved, I get fired, I leave. Even with Yonder, when I first started, I was on his team for like a week and I was like, oh, I'm starting to like him. Got moved to another team. Then it got moved to a different section. We don't even see each other anymore. And I don't know, and then my supervisor quit. And then instead of getting on his team, I got sent to the opposite team by like a flip of a wrist. Like they're just like, we just split it down the middle, put me on the opposite team. And I'm just like, I know that I'm set apart and I know that I'm meant for something great, but I know that I will never touch that greatness until I heal, and then until I am able to hold that and not change and not wither. And I don't know, I just feel like my journey is like an alchemist journey, because it's just a journey. Like, and as I go, just literally going in a circle. I'm paycheck to paycheck, I'm job to job. Like, I don't really care about career. I don't want to go to school. I don't have ambitions. I'm just working to just to survive, to not be homeless. And it's like, while I'm doing that, I'm like working on all this mental health. I'm having all this new insight. I'm like changing so much and like healing. And it's just like, I'm meant to just keep doing this fast food chain of like working month to month and just heal. It's just a journey. And I know that once I heal, and once also I'm like really into stoicism, and it's just like, I know that once I won't get the life or see the purpose that's meant for me until I'm able to hold it. And right now I'm not. And so I'm just doing, just the journey, odds and ends, just so I can work on mental health and heal. This job is literally horrible, but I feel like it's like I'm being forged in fire. Like I just feel like a person with like all this metal protective, get in the fire, and it just starts melting everything. It's like the same thing I am. Like I feel all of this, like scared, hurt, like all of this, and I just feel like that those feelings are like bringing awareness and helping me eventually, change. And so I know that I'm meant for more. I know this is a journey I'm supposed to be on. I know that I'm not right now supposed to be ambitious or like try to do anything. I'm supposed to just work my 9 to 5, going from fast food to fast food. And because the bigger picture for me is working on mental health and healing and changing. And then once I change and heal, then I'll be able to hold a little bit peace, and be stable. And then once I change more, I'll hold more and more and more. And I don't know, I'm really happy that I'm 27 and I am doing it now versus having a midlife crisis when I'm 36 and starting then, like I'm starting now. So I love that. And yeah, that's it.